Alright viewers, now finally we got screen as well. Audio, video and screen. Let's start with the ERP. I'm going to share the screen and walk you through on this, okay? Alright, this is by enterprise resource planning. The top management wants to see everything in one place. So it's called enterprise resource planning. And you can have supply chain management, operations. These are the part of that, okay? And so there's a business process, okay? Let's say we want to make a frame. We want to make a purchase order, which means we have to look at the stock. So I got 1,000 units of frames already available, and there is something called a threshold value. If the number of frames goes below 200, pre-order straight away. So what you are going to do and how you are going to do. So those are the fundamentals. And say if you are having disconnected spreadsheets, ERP is better than that because we get everything in one place. Okay, there is a supplier, say ABC frames, and we are the factory, say XYZ factory, and we had 1,000 frames and we used up 700, so we only got 300. So now we make a quick calculation. Okay, I'll show you another screen where I can do a calculation. Let me open a drive here. I'm going to just get a scratch paper and work it out for you guys. Okay guys, what you're seeing on the screen is a modern ERP enterprise resource planning system where we have all these social media and email, Gmail, Facebook, Orkut, Twitter, everything, LinkedIn, and it all comes to a server, sometimes Unix servers, Windows Server NT, and it gets a API, application protocol interface, program interface, and we have the big data analytics, okay, Hadoop, whatever, and we manage the tasks, we manage the projects, and then we get an inventory here. Say inventory management, I already told, okay, we have 1,000 frames, but the minimum reorder threshold is 300 frames. The moment it goes to 299, you must have already ordered it. So maintain 1,000 to 2,000 frames so that our clients wouldn't be disappointed. And the budget, each frame costs about $200, so $200,000 for this. And CRM, customer relationship management, which customer you are dealing with, whether all the builders in Perth alone or Sydney, Melbourne, everywhere, and whether you contact them by email or over the phone, that's up to you. And we do a purchasing, okay. It could be for the frames or other products like nails and hammers and whatever. And the reporting, yeah, with the management wants reporting. Reporting is old. The new one is a snapshot. It's a single screen. You have a snapshot of the entire project, entire system, entire program, in fact. So that's why ERP comes in. And billing, okay, you supplied for a housing, say it costs about $300,000 to build a house, and you can add your margin, say 10 to 20% return on investment, and you make a bill, invoice, and get it paid and update the accounting. Double entry system, credit and debit, and you have a setup, security, firewall, and user permissions and all that. This is just a very, very broad helicopter point of view of a modern ERP. I'll try to go in one by one, okay? Okay, those who are interested in the technical details, here is a simple formula. Ordering cost is O, storage cost is C, and demand is D. And square root of to do by C, that will calculate 1 bit. That can be used in further decision making. So that is economic order quantity. EOQ is equal to square root of to do by C, where D is the demand, O is the ordering cost, and C is the storage cost. I'll give an example, okay, so that we can decide how much to reorder. So Google is your friend. Here is a page from accounting. Say quantity, actually the demand is annual demand, and ordering cost to place an additional order. Yeah, that is fine. So this is the carrying cost or storage cost. And if you look further, say D by Q, demand by quantity, will give you number of orders to place annually. So this is obvious. Say let's say we have about 500 frames demand per month. Say in about 10 months we need 5,000 frames. 12 months is about 6,000 frames. So we need 6,000 frames per year, but then the quantity, how much quantity to purchase, that will determine number of orders, obviously. Say the supplier says he can only supply 2,000 frames at a stretch because that's what is truckload capacity, the road trailer. So obviously we have to make 3 orders. So 6,000 by 2,000 gives you 3. Very simple. And total ordering cost, number of orders to place annually into O, obviously. Each order into number of orders. 3 into, say, let's say each time we place an order, it costs you about $35. And then 35 into 3, $105. Okay, that's your ordering cost. And Q by 2, average inventory. This is what is important. See the quantity to purchase. So let's say you are purchasing single order, you are purchasing about 2,000 frames. So 2,000 by 2 is 1,000 is the average inventory. We are back to square one. I said 1,000 must be always there. If it comes to 300, that is threshold. And the annual carrying cost is equal to average inventory into C, which is the storage cost. And at what point you reorder? Reorder point is daily demand into lead time into safety stock. That will be the threshold. Let's go back to our place. So this is reorder point is found out by the threshold value. Say we have 200 frames as our threshold. So the moment it reaches 200, there has to be a SQL trigger or stored procedure, whatever, that will say send frames to the supplier. That's what is reorder point. And then of course there will be a lead time. Okay, Rome was not built on a day. So when you make a phone call and reorder, it will take at least a couple of days. Okay, so let's say 2 days until the frames come to your factory so that you can send it to your customers, okay, with your price margin. Buy low, sell high.